Today, we've got such a beautiful story for you. It's an ancient one about a great teacher named Krishna and a very, very special secret he shared with his best friend, Uddhava. This whole story, it's all about how to find the happiest path in life. And it all kicks off with one really big question.
All right, so let's set the scene. This is all about a friend's super important question. And that friend's name is Uddhava. Now, Uddhava, he was brilliant. I mean, really, really smart. Probably one of the wisest people you could ever meet. But, even with all that brain power, he was feeling, well, kind of lost. He was confused about something major.
So, what do you do when you have a huge question? You go to your best friend, right? That's exactly what Uddhava did. He went to Krishna and basically said, look around. There are so many different ways to live, so many paths and ideas and rules. How in the world do you find the very best one? Is there even such a thing? And honestly, isn't that a question we all ask ourselves? It's a big one.
So, to answer this huge question, Krishna did something amazing. He didn't just say, oh, here's the answer. No way. Instead, he told Uddhava a story, an ancient, almost lost story. He was going to tell him the history of this secret knowledge itself, how it traveled through time from the very beginning all the way to them in that very moment.
And what a story it was. Krishna explained that this special knowledge was passed down through the ages. Just imagine, at the very dawn of time, he first told this secret to the creator, Brahma. Then, ages later, Brahma told his son, Manu. Manu then passed it on to the 7 great sages. And from them, it started to spread out to the rest of the world. It was like the most important secret message being whispered from one great soul to the next, all through history. But wait, there's a twist in the tale. Krishna told Uddhava that at one point, this incredible story was almost lost forever. He said there was a time of great destruction, and in all the chaos, this precious message, this beautiful truth, it just about vanished, gone, almost forgotten by everyone.
Okay, so that brings up a really good question, right? If the story was almost lost and then came back, why are there suddenly so many different paths? Well, Krishna had the perfect answer. It's all about who was listening when the story was told again. I mean, you had everybody listening. There were the kind gods, or devas. You had powerful giants, the danavas, wise humans called manushas, even magical snake people, the naga. And that's just a few of them. The thing is, every single one of these groups, heck, every single person, has a totally different kind of heart, a different way of seeing the world. So naturally, they all heard the exact same story, but they understood it in their own special way.
Krishna gave the most amazing analogy for this. He said it was like shining one single pure white light through a bunch of different colored pieces of glass, right? If you shine it through red glass, the light on the wall looks red. Shine it through blue glass, and it looks blue. The light itself never changed. It was always the same pure light. But depending on what it passed through, the different hearts and minds of the listeners, it ended up looking like a whole rainbow of different paths. One truth, many paths. So simple.
Okay, so after explaining all that history and why there are so many paths, we get to the heart of the matter. Literally. This is the moment Uddhava and all of us have been waiting for. Krishna is about to reveal the secret path. The path of love. And before he even says what the secret is, he tells Uddhava something incredible. He says, Uddhava, you are dearer to me than my own family, or even my own self. Wow, just let that sink in. He's sharing this ultimate secret not because Uddhava passed some test, but because he loves him that much. This whole thing isn't an intellectual lesson. It's a gift from one heart to another. And that's the key right there. The secret itself is love.
So Krishna breaks it down. He says, look, all those other paths, the ones about following strict rules or gaining power, they can work for a little while. But the happiness they bring is, well, temporary. It starts and then it ends. And sometimes it can even leave you feeling sadder than before. But this other path, the path of love, what he calls bhakti yoga, is totally different. It leads to a kind of happiness that is endless. It fills your heart up completely, and it just never,
goes away.
And to really paint a picture for Uddhava, Krishna uses this incredible metaphor. He starts with this image. Just as blazing fire, he says, turns firewood into ashes.
Well, in exactly the same way, a heart that is on fire with love, real, pure love, it just burns away everything else. All your worries, your fears, any mistakes you've ever made, poof, they're turned to ash. And what's left behind? Just pure warmth and light. And then Krishna shares maybe the biggest secret of all. He tells Uddhava, nothing controls me as much as powerful, loving devotion. Think about that. It's not about having the most knowledge. It's not about doing the most complicated ceremonies. The one thing that completely wins him over, that captures his heart, it's just love. Simple, powerful, from the heart love. That's it. That's the master key. So, okay, this all sounds great, but what does this kind of happiness actually feel like? In your body, in your heart? Krishna didn't just leave it as an idea. He described it moment by moment, so Uddhava and we could really feel it.
He said, when this love fills you up, your voice might get all choked up when you try to speak. Your heart, which can feel so hard sometimes, just melts. You start crying, but they're not sad tears. They're tears of pure, overwhelming happiness. And then you start laughing. A big, genuine laugh. And you don't feel embarrassed at all. And finally, you just can't hold it in anymore. You have to sing out loud. You have to dance. You're just overflowing with joy. And here's the most amazing part. Krishna said that this feeling, this incredible joy, isn't just for you to keep. A person who is filled up with this much love, they are so powerful, so pure, that just by existing, they actually help to purify the entire universe. Your happiness makes the whole world better. How cool is that? So there it is, Krishna's secret for his friend. The best path isn't the hardest one or the smartest one. It's the path of the heart. It's a path that doesn't ask you to be perfect. It just asks you to love. And that leaves us with one final thought to take with us. What is it in your life that fills you with so much joy, it makes your heart want to sing and dance?